15 new technology predictions for 2030 that will change the world. In this video, we'll take a look into the future and look at some of the technologies that will shape our world in 2030. Hello, and welcome to your sharp sense of technology. We are going to look into the future today. In particular, we will look at 15 of the tools that we think will change the world in 2030. Some of these technologies may seem like science fiction right now, but believe me, they'll be real sooner than you think. So let's jump in and find out what the future holds for us. First, people will be able to change things just by thinking about them. A way for the brain and the machine to talk to each other. BCI is a machine that records the electrical signs of its users and lets them control actions by just thinking about them. People who are paralyzed are already getting help from BCIs. Or other things that make it hard to move. In the future, BCIs will become more common, making it easier for people to handle devices with just their minds. Some experts think that BCIs could even be used to improve people's cognitive skills, making it possible for them to think faster or remember more. Second, dead species could come back to life. People have been killing off species for hundreds of years. Whether they did it for fun, for food, or just because they didn't know better, the effect has been the same. Many animals and plants have died out and will never come back. But now that DNA engineering is possible, it may be possible to bring back some of these species that have died out. Scientists might be able to bring back extinct animals and plants by using DNA samples from museum items or remains that have been kept. This process, called de-extinction, raises a lot of moral questions, but it could be very helpful for conservation efforts. For instance, if a species that has died out in the wild could be brought back to life, it could be put back into its native environment. This would help environments get back to being in balance and stop more species from going extinct. In a world where so many species are fighting to stay alive, being able to bring extinct species back to life may be our best chance of making sure that all life on Earth has a healthy future. Third, food that tastes just the way you want it to. In the year 2030, we'll have gadgets that can make any food taste the way you want it to. It will be a physical gadget that you can put in your mouth and use to digitally improve the taste of the food you are eating. You can pick from many different tastes and smells to make your food experience unique. For instance, you can add a bit of sweetness or saltiness to a plain piece of bread. Or, if you're eating something like a steak that already has a lot of taste, you can turn down the flavor intensity to your liking. We'll use these tools to make our own taste profiles for every food we eat. Imagine if you could quickly make your favorite dish taste even better, or if you could turn a boring meal into a memorable one. We also think that online shopping will change a lot when we can taste food digitally from our own devices or from cooking shows on TV. That makes it possible for us to taste the food on TV. Fourth, we'll be able to go anywhere in the world in just a few hours. In the world we live in now, time and location often make it hard to travel. But what if we were able to get past these problems? What if it only took a few hours to get anywhere in the world? This may sound like science fiction, but it's a real thing that's becoming possible because technology is getting better. With the growth of supersonic planes and high-speed trains, we will soon be able to travel long distances in a short amount of time. This will make it possible for a lot more people to travel, and it will also make it possible to visit more than one place on the same trip. It will also be easier to run a business and stay in touch with people who live far away. There are a lot of options. And it looks like the future of travel will be very exciting. 5. We will use digital scents and deodorants to control how we smell to other people. We don't have much control over how we smell to other people today. We can cover up our natural smell with perfume or deodorant, but these items can only do so much. In 2030, there will be a new way to change how digital devices, perfumes, and deodorants make us smell. These items have sensors that pick up body odor and then release a scent that masks the smell. You don't have to reapply perfume or deodorant because the smell is always fresh and inviting. You can set these items to release small amounts of scent as needed throughout the day. Sixth, the problem of climate change will be solved. In the years to come, there will be more and more natural tragedies. Hurricanes, floods, and wildfires will happen more often and do more damage because of climate change. As climate change's effects get worse, governments and companies will have to do something about it. We will move away from fossil fuels and toward energy sources that don't come from dead matter. To protect the climate, new rules and laws will be put in place. Scientists are trying to find new ways to cut down on the amount of carbon dioxide in the air. Putting up fake trees is one option that looks good. By taking carbon dioxide out of the air, these machines can collect it through a filtering system that is thousands of times better than what real trees use. Man-made trees can help slow down climate change and make the world a cleaner, better place for everyone. In the not-too-distant future, robots will help us with many everyday jobs. Many of the things that people do every day, like making breakfast or going to work, will be done by robots. More and more, robots will be a part of our everyday lives. Some people might see this as something to worry about. Imagine a world in which robots rule over people and make them their slaves. But there are many reasons to think that the rise of robots will be good for people in the long run. One reason is that robots can do some jobs better than people can. They can work faster and for longer periods of time without getting tired, and they make fewer mistakes. Robots can also be made with sensors and other kinds of technology. That lets them get knowledge faster and make decisions faster than people. So, putting robots to work will lead to more speed and productivity. Also, robots can help free up human workers from doing boring or dangerous work. Imagine a construction worker who can control a crane from the ground, or a doctor who can do surgery with the help of a robot arm. In these situations, robots would not only do a better job than people, but they would also be much safer. In the end, the rise of robots will help people in many ways, both in terms of safety and speed. Number 8. Automated exams will take the place of trips to the doctor. Visits to the doctor could look very different than they do now. With the help of new technology, machines will be able to do a lot of the tests and studies that people do every day. Patients will only have to tell a robot what their symptoms are and what their medical background is, and the machine will be able to make a diagnosis. Machines will even be able to tell people what medicines to take. This may sound like science fiction, but automated trips to the doctor are already happening. IBM has made a prototype of a robot doctor that is being tried in hospitals in the United States and China. Video chat visits with doctors are already available through companies like Teladoc. So, it's not hard to picture a world where doctor visits are done entirely online. By the 9th machine, we'll be dressed in nice clothes. In 2030, there will be a lot of people wearing nice clothes. It will be internet-connected clothing that can do things like cool you down when you need it, change its shape and color, and protect you from UV rays. It can collect medical information, send out vibrations, and even clean itself. For example, some smart shoes will track how many calories you burn by walking, while others will help you find your way. Smart clothes will also be used to track your heart rate and breathing and tell you about your surroundings in real time. 10. In the next 2 years, 3D printing will be used to make parts for people. Three-dimensional printing will be much faster than it was in 2014. And at this speed, most market goods will be able to be printed by 2030. People will use 3D printing for everything from making clothes to making food. Also, and this is very exciting, we will start to see basic human parts printed. Some people worry about how 3D printing will affect the world, but as the technology gets better and more efficient, these worries will go away. Number 11. Infrared devices for keeping an eye on drones. As the world gets more and more connected, it becomes more and more important to have correct and up-to-date knowledge. One way that this information is received is by using drones with infrared cameras. These cameras can show what's going on in a place in real time, making it easy to keep track of what's going on. They can also be used to find possible dangers, such as fires or floods. Infrared drone tracking systems will keep people safe and informed in 2030, and they will also cut down on fires and floods in a big way. Number 12. Power without wires. Imagine a world where you don't have to put your phone in a docking station to charge it, or even worse, where you don't have to charge it at all. It needs to be connected to a power wire in order to charge. Gone are the days of cords and outlets getting tangled up. We think that by 2030, you'll be able to walk into a room and your phone will instantly start charging through wireless electricity, just like how your devices connect to a Wi-Fi network. It will connect to power without wires. With this technology, all gadgets within a certain range will be able to connect and charge. 13. 6G science. 6G 5G will be replaced by technology that can do up to 1 terabyte per second, allowing 142 hours of high-quality video to be downloaded every second. In order to put this in perspective, 6G is about 8,000 times faster than 5G. 6G will start a new era of mobile communication, changing how we live, work, and play, among other things, with speeds and storage space that have never been seen before. 6. He will make it possible for virtual reality and augmented reality to get better. An Internet of Things. Number 6. The world as we know it will change because of technology. 14. Our cars will be able to drive themselves. Imagine a world where you can sleep, read, or work in the comfort of your own car while driving to work. This time is coming sooner than you might think. In the next 10 years, the number of fully driverless cars will grow. The sensors and artificial intelligence in these cars will help them find their way around without any help from the driver. Even though this technology is very new, it has already shown a lot of potential. Self-driving cars will get a lot better in the next few years, and they will become the standard in the long run. Fully autonomous cars will make our roads better, cut down on traffic jams, and change the way we move around. Number 15. Police that are run by robots. The police are taking on a new job. In the past, their main goal was to stop crimes after they had already happened. But now that new technologies are available, cops are able to stop crimes before they happen. Robots are being used more and more, which is one of the most important changes. Robots can be sent to high crime areas to keep an eye on things. They can also have high-tech devices that can pick up on suspicious behavior. Also, robots can be used to look for signs of possible threats on social media and other online platforms. Because of this, police forces are becoming more and more automated. We think that by 2030, about half of the police force will be replaced by robots, which will help keep neighborhoods safe. Our look at 15 technologies of the future is now over. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more content like this, please consider subscribing to our channel. Thanks for watching.